What's up, court nerds? Finally, it has come. We got part 2 of You Can't Be That Dense. I'm calling it The Air Up There, where Miss St. John has a closing to the final Wyndotte Saga. And remember, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the algorithm. Time to get served, nerds.
Okay. So, counsel, what's the, is the amount still due and owing $8,878?
It is, Your Honor, plus court costs. I know we had filed a motion for escrow. When we filed the motion, escrow had not been paid to the court. I'm not sure if it has been since then.
I don't show anything. Ms. St. John, did you make any payments in the escrow?
I have the blue book. If
Yes,
you still want,
ma'am,
Yeah.
yes or no? Did you make any payments?
the last payment, I gave you all the payments to Dory Praski, was it last week? I copied your
Ms. St.
52
John,
copies.
Ms. St. John, let me just be very clear.
Yes,
When I ask a question, I'm asking for a direct answer.
not since last
the-
Friday.
the-
no. There was all the receipts.
Please, you cannot interrupt.
Mhm.
You cannot interrupt. There's a recording, and it will only record one at a time.
Mhm.
So I'm going to repeat my question, which requires a simple yes or no. Did you pay any money into escrow for your rent?
I don't know. Was it on the portal? I don't know.
I'm going to ask one more time, Ms. St. John. Did you deposit any money for rent to the court in the escrow account for this
No,
property?
not
Yes
to the
or no?
court. No, not to the court.
So where did you pay it?
The portal, the payment portal that you have me pay them on through Lennox, Crexy, 360 Management, and Summit Agency, along with the money orders.
Okay, so you paid, how much did you pay into the payment portal?
I haven't paid. I paid the house off in 2019. You never came to get the blue book. You never did the escrow again. You guys haven't filled it out. You have to do the blue one. They won't let me take the green one anymore. It's Section 8. That's the whole property. I already paid the house off. I'm waiting on the title. It's been years, 2 years now. Let me know.
Ms. Wilburn, is this a land, did she buy the property?
No, Your Honor. That is, if you recall, that's one of the reasons we adjourned. I was getting conflicting stories that there was a full Section 8 voucher, which there never was.
Yes, I have it here.
Ms. St. John, you cannot interrupt. And quite frankly,
Lake Isabella.
okay, so why, what does the tax person have to do with this case today?
They're in Wyndotte. Do they have to redo my taxes now? It's only $500.
No, ma'am, I don't, this matter isn't regarding your taxes. This is
Isn't
regarding,
for the house? Don't I have to pay the house taxes? Isn't that what's included? Isn't that what I mean?
Your Honor, this is simply rent.
Ms. Wilburn, what is the monthly rental amount?
Per the lease agreement that's attached as Exhibit 1, it's $900 a month. However, since my client has taken over the property, Lennox Property took over in October of 2021, they've been charging $850 a month. Our ledger is attached as Exhibit 3.
Okay. And so the amount of $8,878 Is that strictly Miss St. John's portion, or is that? the
I put
portion
$3,000
that's gonna
cash,
be- Please don't interrupt, Miss St. John.
cash.
Please don't interrupt. Or is that including the payments that should have been made by Section 8 payments as well?
So, Your Honor, if you look on the ledger, there were only 2 partial Section 8 payments. There was one in March of 2022 in the amount of $329, and then there was another payment in the amount of $329 on April 4th of 2022. There were no Section 8 payments prior to that or subsequent to that. So I'm not sure why Section 8 stopped paying. Like I said, it was never a full voucher.
Yes, it was. I still have it.
Miss St. John, I've already instructed you to stop interrupting. You will have a chance to respond, but do not interrupt. Miss St. John, when you dropped off this paperwork, did you include your Section 8 voucher?
Yeah, I have them right here. I can walk it down if you want.
And my question was, when you dropped off the paperwork, the packet, did you include the Section 8 information?
Yes, I dropped a 52 pieces of paper to Doreen Parasky personally, inside the office.
Yes, I understand that, but I haven't seen the Section 8 paperwork in here. Did you include that paperwork?
Okay, I'm not certain. I can have it done again for you. Absolutely. All of it. I took today off. If you want me to go down to the library, it's not a problem. I'll fax it over to you.
When's the last? So, the last payment that was received appears to be $499 on July 1st, because the payment after that was reversed for non-payment, correct? But then that was only a partial payment. Is that correct, counsel?
Correct, Your Honor. It actually looks like on August 2nd and 3rd and 4th, there were a couple different payments. The most substantial one was the $321, which was reversed.
Right, and then $201 seemed to not be reversed.
Correct.
Those are off my prepays, and I write down the router numbers to the web bank. I type them in specifically, individually, on the payment portal.
Okay, and so, counsel, it shows $8,028 is due as of February 1st, but this is now including March's rent, so that's where the $8,878.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. And even if there were Section 8, full Section 8 vouchers, which it doesn't appear as though there are, and even if with this partial, there was only 2 payments made, and it's not clear as to why those payments stopped. And there are a bunch of receipts attached to the paperwork that was dropped off by Ms. St. John, but the court will note that the last Okay, there's something that's a little bit interesting with these. This is showing on these receipts. Who writes out these receipts?
I did.
Okay, so this isn't anything from the Lennox Property Management.
Yes, I wrote those to them. Those are all the rental receipts that I've had for 2-3 years. And I have
But you're
paper
going-
ones. I have paper ones also that were sent off to me through my statement from Comerica Bank before I switched my deposit to Social Security to Public Service Credit Union. So I have those upstairs also.
Okay, but what I'm trying to ask, ma'am, is that you wrote these receipts out yourself. These are not from the owner of the property confirming your payment.
Correct, Your Honor, because that's for my Social Security and for my personal wages.
Okay, and ma'am, are you, okay, the court's reviewing these, and some of these aren't making sense. Okay, and again, ma'am, why is it that you think you bought the house but not the land?
In 2016, it said that the house, when I moved here, we were able to get a Section 8, and then they said they sold it. They sold the Section 8 property, and I said, that's not true, because I just paid the taxes. It was only $221 they had me pay, and I didn't have to, but it was not including in the, they couldn't have kept the property arrangement without the taxes being paid, so I paid the taxes.
Okay, so you think for paying $221, you acquired the house?
And I transferred, yep, and I transferred to, yeah, and that was what they were going to do. They were supposed to help me buy my first home. And I guess something
Who's
happened. Section 8, the state of Michigan.
Okay, but you don't have any documentation that supports that, correct?
I can find it, Your Honor. I don't have it with me offhand. I don't want to bombard you. I know it's the week. I know it's last minute. Whatever you need, I can copy it. I took today off, I can walk it down if you'd like. I'm right here at the end of 6th and 4th, right here on Ford Ave by the railroad tracks.
Okay. So. Ma'am, do you have a payee for your, social security payments, or do you manage all of that?
I'm myself, I take care of my own bills.
Okay. Ma'am, and you haven't made any rental payments since July, or partial of August.
I
Why have you
understand.
not made any payments?
They have not filled out the blue property book for the property. I paid the house off, Your Honor, in 2019. It was only $20,000 in 2016 when I moved in here. This would be the whole property. I mean, they'll give the money back, I guess, or however they want to do it. But that's what the Section 8, that's the whole, you can move, I can move anywhere in the United States. Both my children were here and born here in Wyndotte. My son's graduating from Wyndotte. My daughter graduated last year. I'd like to see them both graduate. They're supposed, I believe the Section 8 is supposed to pay the Lennox property on top of what I paid. I paid that personally And then section is supposed to pay them also. Is it because the blue book is not filled out? I'd be happy to have them please fill out the blue book. It wouldn't change my income at all. It would be extra. It would be an extra revenue. And when I leave, then Wyndotte still has monopoly. You are still the boss. You're not going to deal with, Detroit or, Concord townhouses or things like that. You're your own. You're not a township like Grosseal. I lived on Grosseal for a year, but it's similar.
Okay. Council, do you know what the blue book and green book is and who would be filling that out?
I don't, Your Honor. I'm not sure if she's referencing something for Section 8. As far as purchasing the home, again, a deed is attached. There is a lease agreement. The starting date says 10/1 of 2019. So if she purchased the home, I don't know why she would have entered into a lease agreement to own the home. We haven't received payment. And like I said, none of the information that was provided to your office, I'm guessing, or to our office, I'm guessing it was the same thing that was provided to the court, went to support anything of ownership or payments that have been made.
Okay. I would agree. I have some concerns regarding some stability here.
I
So let me
think
just,
protection plus warranty also here. I was the first person to ever have DTE, gas only, DTE ever in Wyndotte. I mean, that's how long I've been dealing with this. And my road is Ford Ave, capital A, capital V. There's no E, there's no period. So hopefully they're getting all the right information. The house is 113 years old. It's the blue one.
okay. All right, we're going to go off the record for just one moment, Council. So here's, I have some serious concerns that no matter what I do today, Ms. St. John is not going to understand what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I am sending an email to Lakeshore Legal Aid so that they can have somebody screen Ms. St. John to see if she would qualify for some assistance as far as a representation or whatnot, because clearly, based upon what's been put on the record and testimony, I think that you would probably agree that that there are some serious comprehension concerns as far as the process and what's going on. So even if I were to grant the judge your motion and enter a judgment, I don't know if Ms. St. John would even understand what's going on. So I want to make sure that she does understand that. And obviously I can't advocate for her and help her understand that. So I am going to send an email over to Lakeshore Legal Aid to see if they have somebody that can screen Ms. St. John. So I'm going to do that right now to see if I get a response back. I tried calling the 800 number, but I think it's a little bit of a wait, and I didn't want to keep everybody waiting. So, so that's kind of where we're at right now. Do you have any additional thoughts on that?
I don't, Your Honor. I do understand the court's concerns, and I'm hopeful we can get back in a week. My concern is, as soon as we go past that, then April's rent will also come due, and we're going to be looking at close to $10,000.
I completely understand that. My intention was that you would be back on Friday. And not any later than that. I have two matters I have to handle here in the courtroom for a quick moment, and then I will handle Miss St. John. Miss St. John, yep, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
All right, and Mr. Jamal, good morning, you're here regarding Mr. Malnowski, and I believe Mr. Malnowski is here in the courtroom. Can we set him up in the, is that Mr. Malnowski? No, you're Mr. Malnowski's son. No, Joe.
He has evidence to show.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Mr. Jamal, you're here for with Citibank.
That's correct.
Okay, and Mr. Sassong, which matter are you here on? City of Dearborn. Isn't this supposed to be in person?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. I'm here on City of Dearborn, Michigan versus Mark Jones.
Right, and I believe that it was all supposed to be in person today because Mr. Jones has evidence he's presenting. So, did you already receive that?
Our office did not receive any documentation from Mr. Jones prior to today's hearing. No.
Right, that's why I think it was supposed to have been in person today. Can you hear me? And all parties were supposed to have been in person, 1763. Yeah, we were supposed to be in person to present all this documentation because it's too voluminous and too difficult to do when it's Zoom.
Your Honor, I do apologize. Looks like counsel who attended the last hearing did not indicate the necessity to appear at today's hearing in person. So I do apologize. Has Mr. Jones filed any documentation with the court? Or
He has documentation with them. The court instructed both parties to exchange that with each other. Did you send, okay, well, okay, we're gonna put Mr. Jones in a breakout room so the two of you can have a discussion, but this is likely going to have to be adjourned so everybody can be in person and discuss the documents in person. So we'll set them up in a room.
thank you.
Okay, and the detectives, I'll be with you in just like
Sure,
30
sure
seconds.
thing,
I'm gonna
Judge.
do this to Paul.
No hurry, Judge.
Okay. All right, and so Mr. Wujek, we're going on the record, the matter of Green Trees owner LLC versus Emily Feister in all occupants, 23423. And
Ryan Wood-
appearance counsel,
Ryan Wojcik, P84535, on behalf of the plaintiff, requesting a default judgment.
all right, the court will note defendants failed to appear for the first hearing on March 24th. And counsel, what is it you're requesting?
We're requesting a default judgment of possession, rent to retain of $936.75, cost of $217, for a total redemptive amount of $1,153.75. Request a writ date of April 10th, 2023. Additionally, defendant was personally served, so we are requesting a supplemental money judgment with the same amount as above. Total $1,153.75. I will submit that via email.
Okay. So counsel, I see that it says that there's personal service, but I will tell you that I've had some concerns regarding some of the personal services. Okay, and so we are going on the record in the matter of Lennox Property Management versus Crystal St. John. 23212. And appearance counsel,
Attorney Elizabeth Ellison, P 82098, Your Honor, for the plaintiff.
all right, thank you. And Ms. St. John, your name, please.
Crystal Brooke St. John.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So the court last week adjourned it to today's date because the court has some concerns regarding Ms. St. John's understanding of the proceedings and whatnot. The court had Ms. St. John provide us her contact information, which she came up to the court and did. She gave us her social security number, her address, her business line, her Gmail, her personal cell, her email, both emails there, her WhatsApp on her tablet and her Kindle, and another email. And a phone number. Or no, that must be the WhatsApp number. Okay, so the court provided all that information, took that information, then sent Ms. St. John the information to Lakeshore Legal Aid. Because when the court sent an email to Lakeshore Legal Aid on Friday, the individual we sent it to was not in the office. So we sent that on Monday. So we had it for her to send on Monday. Or to call. So so from the understanding that I have is that Miss St. John contacted and spoke to somebody there, but that person said they weren't able to help you because she was just asking for money. So I don't know that Lakeshore Legal Aid quite got the understanding as to what they were supposed to kind of be assisting with, I think. Ms. Ellison, your thoughts on that?
Your Honor, I am requesting the judgment today. There is no triable issue of fact, Your Honor. We provided the ledger. The rent hasn't been paid. We provided the lease. We provided the deed. We are entitled to judgment, Your Honor.
I don't dispute that you're entitled to judgment, counsel, but as to what I had placed on the record is what I was asking as far as the procedural steps that had been taken thus far.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that sounds like the court has went above and beyond to try to get her some assistance, but I'm not sure that Lakeshore is assisting, which I mean, isn't uncommon in certain circumstances, Your Honor. As you know, it's sometimes they're here and sometimes they're not.
Right, and the court did request Lakeshore Legal Aid Zoom in today, but was given, was told that there was a conflict and so they couldn't have anybody Zoom in. And then Ms. St. John, I believe you received a phone call from Ms. Perioski, our landlord tenant clerk today, correct?
Yes, I did speak to Miss Doreen Perioski this morning.
Okay, and then she provided you with Ms. Lang's phone number, correct, and her direct
Yes.
extension?
Yes, I did leave a message and the extension is 1501.
1505.
Yes, 1505. The phone number is 734-561-4091.
Yes. So,
I'm to call Timothy Benson on Monday, and I'm going down to the Social Security office after you see me today. I'm not working today. I'll go back to work Monday.
and where is it you work, ma'am?
I have my own business. I do massage.
And where do you do that?
I go to people's houses. I sometimes rent a room. I keep a ledger myself. I report to Social Security. I've been my own self-income, and I have Social Security, but they will not let me accept more than $150 a week in tips with the voucher, which I've had since 2016. So that's the most I can make with the voucher is $600 cash per month, and I do. That's what I make.
Okay, and ma'am, have you been diagnosed with any mental health disorders?
I have depression. I get bipolar. I've been doing very well. I see a doctor once a month. I just had my wisdom tooth pulled and I had to go to emergency for an infection last week. I'm doing much better. I took 2 weeks off.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so the court's going to indicate the following. The court has reviewed all the documentation in this case. The court has also referred this matter to Lakeshore Legal Aid. So that, because Ms. St. John is continuing to represent herself, and the court had some concerns regarding Ms. St. John's understanding of the proceedings. Do you understand what's happening, Ms. St. John?
Yes,
And so tell me what's happening.
they want the house and the property. And I paid the rent and I paid the taxes. I was waiting on the title. And then I met the Lennox Property Management through the court, and here we are. Knowing, I mean, the government's supposed to pay their share and I pay my share. So you're supposed to get one check from the government. And I guess they did not fill out the blue booklet, but I guess they wouldn't have to if the title was in my name. So that's what I guess what I'm gonna go to Social Security for after you see me today on our court date, which I will go to Wyndotte on a bicycle, Social Security office. With the Mishka and the paperwork they sent me to fill out.
Okay, well,
Right here. Yesterday.
okay, and what is that?
Social Security Administration, Retirement, Survivors, and Disability Insurance.
Okay. Okay, and Ms. Allison, what is the amount that you're requesting?
Your Honor, the amount that I'm requesting is $8,878 plus court costs, Your Honor, of $189. So it's $9,067, Your Honor. And this is for possession only. It's not a money judgment, Your Honor.
So you're not requesting payment of that amount, you're just requesting her relocate?
Well, I mean, if she pays it within the statutory time, she can stay, Your Honor, but we filed it as a non-payment, so we're not seeking a money judgment, Your Honor.
I see that.
I don't know why they didn't get the payments, but here's my certificate of identity theft protection. It's still $1 million, and that was what I'm supposed to do is see their doctor, and it's valid. So that's all I have with Social Security right now. It's $900 to $1,100 a month. Did they do the CERA program, the CERA they were supposed to do?
Well, that.
They're supposed to get money from the government. I don't do that. They're supposed to. They're the property management. I have my son. He mows the lawn. I give him $80 every 2 weeks. He's 18 now. He'll be graduating from Wyndotte. My daughter's 19. She graduated from Wyndotte, but that's why it was the whole property.
Okay. Well, ma'am, it doesn't appear as though you have any valid vouchers. I believe that wasn't there a small amount, counsel, that may have been paid, like a partial payment or something?
In August of 2022, Your Honor, then it was reversed due to non-payment. It was $321, and it was reversed. It was paid on the 3rd. It was reversed on the 4th for insufficient funds.
I also, that was sufficient because that goes straight to my Social Security. That was the actual card I paid for. And I put $2 extra $100 on my prepaid cards, and I type in the router number and the account number, and that was taken off. And I do have each and every one individually wrote down the PayPal. And I wrote under my son's business, Draven St. John Lawn Care Service. And when my son is too busy at school, I do pay Roberto of El Indios $80 every 2 weeks.
Okay, so here's what the court's going to do. The court has referred this matter to Lakeshore Legal Aid. Ms. Crystal St. John has contacted Lakeshore Legal Aid. And the court does not, really have, there isn't any defense that has been established, that's been supported. And the court is going to enter a judgment in the amount of $9,067 for plaintiff. Ms. St. John, you do know that you have the right to have an attorney at your own expense or
Yeah,
low cost or no.
that's all I have with the vouchers, $150 a week and Social Security. I'll go there and see what they can offer me.
All right, the court's going to indicate if that amount is not paid on or before, or depending on on or before April 10th, plaintiff applied for order evicting the defendant. Partial payment will not prevent the court from issuing an order evicting the defendant. No money judgment will be entered at this time, and there may be additional money owed if damage to the property occurs or rent continues to accrue. Ms. St. John, please make sure you're contacting Lakeshore Legal Aid.
And Monday, I'm calling Tim Benson, and I do have the card, and I did leave the message, Angela. I did speak with Attorney Peter Angelos, and he is not able to handle the account. So I will go to Social Security and I will continue. And hopefully they can fill the book out, the booklet, because they, like I said, I paid the extra and they're supposed to be getting a check also. But I'll do the best I can.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah,
All
my
right,
way.
I'll sign the judgment upon receipt, counsel. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, and so, we are off the record.